Hi, Ryan here with Business Trends TV. Today I have Drake Ozment from the law offices of Ozment Merrill in West Palm Beach. And as you know, on Business Trends TV, we highlight the businesses that are setting trends in their respective industries. Drake is definitely one of those characters out there that are guys and businessmen that, and he's also a character, but he's a friend of mine, and he's got some really good information for you that's going to help you understand how this whole loan modification process works, and not only how it works, but some new insights into what's going on, so that if you are in the situation, you can get some serious help just by watching this hangout video. So Drake, how you doing?
Hey, I'm doing great, Ryan. Nice to see you.
Nice to see you. So just give us a little bit of a rundown of what's changed recently.
Well, as we all know, we've had the real estate crash that's put a lot of people in foreclosure, behind on their mortgage payments, and living in properties that are upside down, basically underwater. And the latest thing going on in bankruptcy court is loan modification mediation, giving people what may be their last chance to save their home and to get a mortgage payment at an amount that is affordable to them, and perhaps even some principal reduction on their loan balance to make it worthwhile for them to save their home.
Okay, so what's different from what's going on now versus before? So what you're saying is that the difference is that people can actually maybe even get a reduction in their loan balance, whereas before they weren't?
Well, the loan modification process that exists out there was operating in, say, a 95% failure rate for many reasons. Documents not getting to the lender on time, pay stubs going stale, the lenders not approving the loan modifications, or not giving terms that any attorney would advise a client to accept. So they were failing for a whole lot of reasons. Now what has happened is the bankruptcy court has decided to get involved, and they are ordering lenders to come to the mediation table, and they are appointing certified mediators to help the buyer and the lender get to the table to try to work out and resolve terms as to what monthly payment the owner can afford, what payment the lender would accept, and whether or not they would offer the owner any principal reduction. And it seems that it's been working in the 70 to 80% ratio in the Middle District of Florida, which is basically Tampa, Orlando, and Jacksonville. And it was so successful there that the judges in the Southern District of Florida, which is Vero, Port St. Lucie, West Palm Beach, all the way on down to Key West, decided to adopt the same program, and they enacted it April 1st, 2013. So it is live, it is fresh, it is new, and we have filed our first 3 cases, and we're very excited about it because it may be giving these homeowners the one last opportunity to save their home before they're foreclosed out and are out searching places to stay on the rental market.
Interesting. So what you're saying is that the difference, it sounds to me like what you're saying is that the difference between what's going on now in this process is that there's a little bit more communication, a little bit better communication, and there's also a mediator that's being appointed that helps this process along and helps the banks communicate more effectively with the individual homeowner and the actual attorney that's representing the homeowner. Is that what I'm hearing?
That is exactly what you're hearing. And the real exciting part about this is that all of the owner's documents are uploaded through these internet portals where the mediator can see the information, I can see the information, and the lender can see the information, all at the same place. And mediation will not get set until the lender confirms that they actually have all the documents. And if, for instance, they say they're missing a pay stub, I can scroll down through it and I can tell them, just go look at page 52, it's there. And the mediator can confirm it, and all 3 parties are going to be on the same page so that mediation can go forward, and we don't have loan modifications being denied for not providing documents on time.
Wow. So because of the fact that they built these portals, it makes the communication process easier and makes it so that these modifications are actually being pushed through much more effectively and much more efficiently, and the rate at which these loan modifications are being accomplished is at a much higher rate. I mean, 70-80% versus what were you getting these done at before? Maybe 20, 30, 40%?
Well, we were not doing loan modifications outside of bankruptcy court. That is generally between the owner and the lender themselves, without an attorney being involved and without a bankruptcy mediator being involved, or the bankruptcy court ordering the lenders to the table to begin with. So they're failing 95% of the time. And even the ones that were approved were done with terms that weren't overseen by an attorney, and many people, I believe, were being taken advantage of by the lenders. They were extending loans from 20 to 30 to 40 to even 50 years. I mean, these people aren't even going to live to see their mortgages paid off. So with us being involved and the bankruptcy court being involved, we're hoping that we're going to make sure that the clients get better terms and some reduction of the balances in some cases, or if they are not presented with terms that are reasonable to agree to, they can turn down the offer at mediation, and they could continue to let their properties go if they wanted to. But at least they'll have the option, and they'll have an attorney helping them get hopefully better terms.
Okay, so you're saying that now you guys are actually taking on some of these cases, whereas before you weren't, and because of the fact that you know how to maneuver through the system, and you know how to leverage the mediators, that it's you're able to get these done a lot more at a much higher rate and accomplish.
That's certainly what was going on in the Middle District of Florida, and that's why our judges adopted it. And now that we've started filing some of the cases, I'm hoping that I can report back to you soon as to how the first few mediations go, and be able to share our progress with you and how it's working here in the Southern District.
Yeah, we'd love to get a report on that, maybe in a follow-up hangout in 2 or 3 months. That'd be great. You think that's when those will be finalized?
I think we're hoping to have 10 or 15 of them done by then, and hopefully some happy homeowners that are going to save their houses.
Awesome. That's awesome, Drake. Well, there's a few questions that we had come up with. What if I'm in foreclosure? How does that apply to what we're talking about?
Well, the owner is going to have to file a Chapter 11 or a Chapter 13 bankruptcy, which is a reorganization. It is a bankruptcy chapter where the owner will make payments to the lender to keep their house, as well as to other creditors. And what it does is it puts an automatic stay on that foreclosure where they can stay in the house, mediate with the lender to try to work out any default that they may have, and ultimately put a stop to the foreclosure case. Okay,
great. So it sounds like that's something that can still be done. I mean, even if they're in foreclosure, this process can still be entered into, correct?
Absolutely.
Okay, awesome. So the next question is, what if my bankruptcy has already been discharged? Are they still able to enter into this sort of a situation?
Sure they can. Now we have clients that may have filed a Chapter 7 or a Chapter 13 bankruptcy. They may have already received their discharge, but they are eligible to file a new case, another bankruptcy. But this loan modification mediation program is only available in bankruptcy court, and it is through a reorganizing effort where they will make a structured payment for their principal, their interest, their taxes, their insurance, all in one new payment that we negotiate and mediate for them in a bankruptcy plan. And once mediated and accepted and resolved, the lender will eventually provide them with a permanent loan modification, which will get recorded in the county records, and they will continue to make that payment throughout the term of the mortgage and save their home, which is ultimately what it's all about.
Yeah, the key is getting the home saved, so that that's really the key in this whole process, is making it so that that home is saved and that everybody, you make it a win-win-win. I mean, you want to make it so that it makes sense, because obviously the market has changed, and we're just trying to make it so that you're just trying to make it so that it makes sense for the homeowner, for the bank, and everybody involved. really.
Yes, absolutely.
Right. So, what if? Here's another question that I get. We got from some people is, what if my payment plan is already confirmed in a 13 or a Chapter 13?
Well, we have cases that have been ongoing for the last 2, 3, 4 years, and those people may not be current on their mortgage. They may have actually had surrender terms where they were just going to give the property back to the bank. Well, the bankruptcy court decided to make sure that they're also afforded the opportunity to participate in this loan modification mediation program, which is referred to as LMM for short. And those people can modify their plans, they can change the terms and enter into this LMM program and at least have a last chance effort to save their home through this process. So it's available to those older cases as well as new cases that are getting filed.
I'm going to show, I'm actually showing on my screen now, this is the best way to get in touch with Ozment Merrill. You can go to their website at ozmentmerrill.com. That's OZmentmerrill.com. And you can also call them at the number on the screen. It's in reverse for me right now, so I'm going to do my best. 772, what is that? 924-0692.
That's it. That'll get you in touch with us.